Hi, I'm Randy at Kentville Toyota, and today we're going to talk about the 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser Premium Edition. So as we start at the front of the vehicle, as the 2024 Toyota Premium Edition, this vehicle has some features that we did not see on the first edition or on a lot of our current generation of Toyota product. It has rear cross-traffic alert, but it also has front cross-traffic alert. So we have sensors coming out of rear. So we have sonar here on the front, on 4 different points on the front of the vehicle for ranging distance for parking. It also has a front-facing camera and the front-facing camera on the windshield. So this vehicle will actually warn you when there's vehicles moving in front of you that you need to avoid, helps you with merging in traffic, gives you all kinds of guidance to get this fairly large consumer vehicle into the traffic safely and keep you comfortable on the highway. We also have a lovely set of LED fog lights. We have the projector LED headlights, and we have lost the Toyota emblem on the hood, and we clearly have the old school grille on this that says Toyota, just like the old FJs did. So really great front end. I like the layout of this. Very interesting, very truck-like. And to drive this thing, it definitely feels like a truck. As we start down the side of the vehicle, this vehicle has 20-inch black alloy wheels. The first edition had an 18-inch wheel, so big difference between the first edition and this one. Both of them look great. The 20s on this one really do set it aside. It's a great, classy look on this truck. Come down the side, turn signal, very visible on the mirror, good high visibility here, heated mirrors, and you also have blind spot monitors. The indicators are on the mirrors that are there with most of the modern generation Toyotas. As we come back here, we obviously have a black door handle. I like the accent, it's a nice offset against this trail dust. As you can see, this vehicle has the running boards. The previous generation that we looked at, the first edition vehicle, had the rock rails. This has a running board. Again, visually, draws the eye down, looks good with the black. And a lot of people won't realize this. We have a locking gas door again because this is a hybrid drivetrain. Most people don't think of it as a hybrid, but this is our 4-cylinder hybrid max drivetrain for both the Tacoma, the new 4Runner that we haven't seen yet, as well as the Land Cruiser. So overall, good looking truck. It does have the offset here. It's got the gray roof, and the roof rails come in a gloss black as well, which draws everything together. Really good looking package from the side. So let's come around and have a look at the back. This is the iForce Max, so it is the hybrid drivetrain. What do I see here? I see more sonar sensors here for your backup. You have a camera located nice and high. You've got a push button to open this rear window. So this is a rear window that will open in this generation of vehicle, which is a nice change. You do get a power lift gate. Nice feature. Okay, there you go. So nice addition on this 2024, and moving forward, most of the Toyotas we're going to see this over the next couple of years. Anything with a power lift gate. Traditionally, Toyota has just had the open close. You had to wait for the gate to close, then you hit the key fob, you could lock the gate after you left. Now we have a close and lock. So moving forward in these new generations, really nice feature, close and lock, so you can hit the button once, walk away, not have to wait for the gate to close before you can lock your vehicle. So standing here, we got a high floor height in the rear, all kinds of utility with lots of tie downs. Got an area for the tonneau cover here for privacy. Comes with a matching set of both carpeted and rubber mats for durability, just so for full functionality of this. This is a truck, it is for going off-road. You can put your gear in here. Now, still a family car if you want it to be. The lockdowns for your child seats are there, and the spare tire, tools, everything down in here, nicely hidden and out of the way. I see a high output 110 volt plug, which is a lovely feature here, 2400 watts. So take that camping, do all kinds of things with it, charge your other devices, run an induction cooktop, anything you want. So good utilitarian look here. And I see in the gate, we have a very large subwoofer and 2 other mids here on the tailgate. Awesome feature. This vehicle actually has a JBL 14 speaker setup. So the sound quality in this truck is fantastic. So let's close that up and go have a look at the driver's compartment. So here we are coming in from the driver's side. The first thing I notice is we have a two-setting programmable driver seat for two different drivers. I see perforated leather, which means I have heated and cooled driver seat, which is really nice. I see an extension here on the driver's seat. So depending on your leg length, you get lots of options here for comfort for long drives. I see 120 volt AC current that I can turn on and off in the rear, automatic headlights, fog light switches, which is nice. You can open and close the rear tailgate, and you have adjustments for trailer towing. The trailer towing capacity on this vehicle, I think, is stated at 6,000 pounds. So you can use this as a truck, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna hop here. So running board height is really good. Pretty happy with that. Again, 5'10", and that was a nice help to get me in here. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds like a big heavy door. And I see a nice big roof, not a panoramic in this one, but it's still a good size. Standard controls on the steering wheel, anything you would expect. Again, heated steering wheel. This is the premium package, so there's some really neat stuff here. Ascent control, crawl control built in to the drivetrain. You can lock in the front. You can lock in your stabilizers. Again, if you're using this off-road, it is very off-road capable. Most of us won't use it for that, but if you want to, it's right here. I love a heads-up display on a vehicle. This one does have heads-up display in this package, and that is something we do not see in the first edition that we saw in an earlier video. I see 3 USB-C charge ports here. I see IQ wireless charging built in, healthy size cup holders in the doors, lots of storage in the doors. What else have we got here? Okay, we have a cooler. So this is an actual cooler box. You can put some water bottles in here, keep your drinks cooled while you're driving. There's the switch for the on-off. So that's pretty handy for keeping the driver and passengers comfy with nice cool drinks. Interior lighting is good. I've got an LED light here that is turned on. Audio controls, very nice conventional on-off switch that we're all familiar with in a really convenient location for the driver. Again, audio controls are here on the steering wheel or on the touchscreen or here with the conventional knob that we're all used to. So again, I will set the driver's seat to where I'm comfortable sitting. I've got to say this seat is fantastic. Super comfortable, great seating height. Visibility here is great. I love the fact that the nose is as close as it is. This is a great vehicle to get around with. I just brought this vehicle in the showroom from outside, and we've got a pretty narrow doorway, and between the cameras and the awesome mirrors on this thing, I did not have any problem sneaking this monster through the pretty tight doors to get in our showroom. So overall, pretty happy about this. Let's go have a look in the back and see what the rear passengers get as features now that we've got the driver's seat set where we'd like it. Let's go have a look. So here we are at the back of the vehicle. First thing I see on the way in, another JBL speaker right here next to the passenger, which is a nice feature. Big cup holders on the doors. Again, running boards make it really easy for me to get in and out here. Super comfortable seat. Very comparable to the RAV4. I was really pleasantly surprised how comfortable the RAV4 seats are, but this is even another level. Again, beautiful leather. I see lots of storage here on the rear of both seats. I have temperature control for the rear, so temperature up, down, fan controls, different modes. We have old school 12 volt charging, USB-C charging there for your rear passengers. I have vent controls here, so I've got good climate control for airflow and temperature there. Nice feature. Dome light, pretty standard. Grab bar to get in and out, that's pretty handy. I'm happy with that. And something we also noticed is there are rear vents way back here that actually keep the rear of the vehicle cool for your rear passengers. This is a 5-seater. It has rear cooling back there as if it was a 7 or an 8-seater, which is a nice feature. Should be, for climate, should be lovely. I've got to say, armrest, again, pretty standard. Great height for me. Two, pretty generous sized cup holders. And also here on both outside seats, you do have the latch points for a child seat. So if you're using this as the family car or the grocery getter, little ones can be snapped in here nice and secure. Great modern feature for this vehicle. Overall, really comfortable back here. Tons of headroom, very comfortable. 5 people could travel in here really, really comfortably. Audio is fantastic. The 14 speakers, when you turn this on and get it tuned the way you like it, is really impressive. So let's go back under the hood and pretend I know what's under there next. I'm a little surprised that we do not have a hydraulic lift here, but I have no idea why. It could be the fact that this hood is really quite substantial. It's very heavy. I do know this is Toyota's new iForce Max 4-cylinder turbocharged hybrid drivetrain. 2.4 liter turbo drivetrain paired with the iForce Max system actually puts the electric portion of the drivetrain, as opposed to our RAV4, our normal hybrid vehicles. The hybrid system is here paired with the transverse engine. This engine is in what I guess a more conventional truck configuration. The engine is running in a linear fashion with the frame of the vehicle. So the hybrid portion is actually on the back of the engine near the transmission, so that this develops most of your power, and when you need more, the electric drivetrain pushes back to the drive shaft to give you more drive. So again, I don't know much about what's under here. I know that it's Toyota technology and the hybrid. We've had a little more experience with the Tundras now for the first couple of years. They've been fantastic. The power is fantastic. I will say the drive of this is outstanding. I know that the combined fuel economy on this vehicle, for a vehicle of this size, again, this is a large, full-size, incredibly capable truck, and its combined fuel economy is rated at 10.1 liters per 100 combined. So when you consider how big this thing is and what it's capable of, to get 10.1 with this hybrid drive with the torque numbers and over 350 horsepower, pretty impressive. I always do this just to pretend I know what's under there, and I really don't. So you can leave your comments down below. In the meantime, like and subscribe. I really appreciate your time. I'm Randy at Kentville Toyota. Hi, I'm Randy at Kentville Toyota. This is the 2024 Toyota Tundra. So let's have a look at this. So from the front of this Tundra, first impressions, I see a camera here, obviously for frontal collision avoidance. I see sonar in the bumper and out here on the extension. So obviously for frontal collision avoidance for things like parking lots. This vehicle is non-hybrid, so we don't get the blue insignia you see on some of them. So the insignia of this vehicle still, like most Toyotas in this generation, has the radar sensor is in this for frontal collision avoidance for your radar cruise control. Yeah, so front of the vehicle, good looking nose, very truck-like, I guess is how I would describe it. I'm not a product advisor here, so my opinions of these vehicles are very knee-jerk reactions. I don't particularly know a lot of the product knowledge, but I've been around them enough to have opinions about them at least, so that's what you're getting today. So let's go around and have a look at the driver's side of the vehicle and see what we see. Here we are at the front of this 2024 Tundra. This is the limited package. There are two packages available on these vehicles. There have been since the new relaunch of this vehicle for 2022. So this one is a limited. My understanding of what that does for you is it gives you more horsepower under the hood. Same displacement. This is a 3.5 liter V6 twin turbo engine that all of our Tundras are now, even with the hybrid drivetrain. Again, this is not a hybrid, but you still get that same engine block with the 3.5 liter twin turbo. So the limited trim gives you a little more horsepower than the SR trim. Also gives you different features. So this is the Crew Max model, so it gives you lots of passenger space. Nice big doors to open for passengers in and out. As far as drivability goes, I haven't been able to ride in a few of these. The ride quality is unbelievable. This is more like a piece of furniture when you're on the road than it is a truck. Very capable. You can take it to work, or you can take it on a day trip on vacation. It's just really comfortable to be in. So things that I see, seems to do on most of the Toyotas. The indicator here on the mirror for turn signal, and as well as heated mirror, as well as your blind spot monitoring light is here, the same you see on most of these vehicles. Again, with the larger pillars on these vehicles, you do get more blind spots, and the safety technology to offset that is pretty obvious on all the Toyotas. Right down to the entry-level trim in the SR double cab, so our least expensive Tundra still has most of the same safety features that you get on the limited trim. So what else? This one has running boards. That is a Toyota OEM running board that we have installed for the customer. Comes with a lovely shiny black combination wheel with the gloss and the black. We've got a Michelin on there. Good off-road balance tire. It's an LTX trail. Great tire. Yeah, I have a my old Tacoma that is 20 some years old is running Michelin LTXs. They can take an old truck and make it drive like a new truck. Nice tire. So that's the outside. Non-locking gas door on the Tundra. As like most of our passenger vehicles do have a locking gas door. You get plastic wheel arches on this. Gives you a little more durability. So if you're actually using this for work or if you're off-road anywhere, you're not going to beat the paint all up. And it seems our previous generation Tundra, a lot of people don't see this. There actually is a plastic film that is applied to all of our trucks down here that gives you good durability. And strangely enough, the technology in that plastic is really cool. If you damage that with rock chips or anything like that, it will naturally, again, as long as the temperatures won't happen when it's minus 30 outside, but over time it'll naturally heal up a little bit and it'll seal up behind itself to keep your paint covered, to keep rust at bay. On that vehicle. So this particular package, TRD Off-Road, gives you different suspension than the other trims do. Every truck that comes from the factory, the TRD Off-Road, the TRD Sport, again, every trim gets different suspension. I'm not the one to tell you what the difference is. That's what Toyota.ca is for, or my sales staff here. I'm here to show you what I think of the truck. I really don't know as much as I probably should, but I'm doing it anyway. So let's have a look at the interior of the truck and go from there. So here we are on the driver's side. I see a running board. That's nice, easy to get in and out. The sill plate appears to be plastic, which is good, should give you good durability. There is a skid plate here to keep you from scuffing your boots if you're using it for a work truck. We see a lot of work trucks coming in without sill plates on them, all scuffed up. They start to rust in our climate. Sill plates are a nice feature. Really big door pocket here. I like that. There's lots of room for all your stuff. In a previous life, I actually worked for a living and had splinters in my hands, and these door pockets would have been full of things that I'd forgotten and receipts that I had not submitted somewhere. So anyway, nice place to collect stuff if you're not any better at doing your filing than I am. So let's see how the seat feels. We'll get in here. Huge passenger compartment. We'll adjust the seat back to where I want to be. So on this trim, what do I see here? I see 4 high, 4 low. So we got shifter here. We've got different drive modes for towing. We've got crawl control on this vehicle. Crawl control is a really neat thing. Luckily, Toyota does do some pretty good training with the features of these vehicles. I've actually been on some of our Toyota truck training, which I really enjoyed, and we got to use crawl control in some off-road conditions. It essentially puts your truck in a ridiculous mode where it starts looking around for terrain, it checks angles, checks clearance, and it basically will drive the vehicle at extremely low speeds over really rough terrain without beating the teeth out of your head or giving a really rough ride. It's amazing what this truck is capable of doing with the technology that comes with crawl control, which again comes as a standard feature on the TRD Off-Road. Again, that's essentially most of my knowledge on the trucks is that I like crawl control because I got to play with it. I see the trailer adjustment here for trailer towing on the dash. I see rear cargo light that I can turn on. This vehicle has auto start stop. So a lot of the new Toyota vehicles for fuel consumption issues, obviously, is to give better fuel economy, that if you're sitting somewhere in traffic and your 12-volt battery's happy, everything's good, and the auto start stop is working, the gas engine will shut off while you're at idle, simply because idling uses way more fuel than going down the road does proportionately. So they're just trying to be a little more friendly to the environment with the truck. This particular vehicle obviously has, as a TRD Off-Road, has the IQ charge pad there. I think that's a nice feature because most of us are carrying smartphones. Let's see, I can turn on my rear view camera. I've got heated and cooled seats again. I can tell from the perforation here and the fans and the controls. This vehicle, again, push button start, but it does have heated and cooled seats for the front passengers. My mirror controls are obvious. This one, like a lot of the Toyotas that we have in the upper trims, programmable seats for the driver. So again, the seating position with your steering wheel as well as the seat, all fully automated. Once you program it, you get back in, press 1 as your number 1 driver or number 2, and away you go. Giant screen here. I love this. That's a great layout. It's good visibility. This truck, as well as all the vehicles now, or all the trucks for 2024, have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wireless built in. So you can have your phone sitting here charging, it'll look after itself. You can mirror the maps off your phone, or you can built in the, pardon me, you can use the built-in navigation system that comes with Toyota with the connected services that do this, that come with this vehicle. It has the SOS button on the roof as a safety feature. So most of the new Toyotas with the connected services and with Toyota Safety Sense current version, once we have paired you and your vehicle together, you get the advantage of, if you're in an accident, this vehicle will call out if you're unable to and call for emergency help, or if you are in need of help and other things are not working, hit the SOS button, it'll call for help for you. So there's a really nice safety feature that's available on most of the 2024 and future versions of these vehicles. So this one, wireless key, neat feature with our wireless keys, because these do die, they will die eventually. You can open this up, you can still get in the vehicle, and with any Toyota that has not auto start, but keyless entry, if the battery in this is dead, you can hold it up against the key. Vehicle will recognize the RFID tag in here. You can still start the truck even though this is dead. If you lose this, then you're in trouble. Okay, so I have the driver's seat set for my comfort zone. So let's see what the back looks like from the passenger compartment. Okay, so here I am, driver's side, the rear. Again, really nice big pocket on the door for passengers, water bottles, all kinds of stuff. You have the storage pocket there, that's a nice feature. What else do I see here? I see a pull cord here, I don't know what this is for. I'm assuming this will pop forward. Maybe it won't. Okay, so I have no idea what this pulley thing does. Oh, someone's pointing that it should do something for me. Oh, look at that! Amazing! Storage under the seats. And if you know what you're doing, you would have found that without standing there pulling on it for 3 minutes. Anyway, so there are the mount points that come with all of the Tundras. These go in the rail system at the top of the box. This is for tying down your four-wheeler, your chainsaw, putting a tarp over, whatever you need. Wheel locks, because these wheels are expensive and you don't want people to steal them. What else have we got here? Oh, we've got a front plate bracket that comes with the vehicle. Okay, that's nice. That's a really nice feature. That's a lot of storage space. Lovely. So let's see how it feels. Okay, so seating position's wicked. This thing has more room than any of the SUVs I've been in quite some time. The customers who have their Tundras and love them say that these are the most comfortable vehicles you can for long drive, or you can own for going on a long drive. And as a passenger here, great lighting with the roof open. Natural light in here is really nice. Obviously we've got privacy glass because it's tinted here on the rear. What else do I see? I see a 120 volt charge point, so you can plug in your laptop, a cooler, anything that's pretty good load, 100 and 400 watts. So lots of 110 volt electricity available there. Obviously you have a USB, a conventional USB charge port, as well as a USB-C charge port there. But again, both of those will charge your device. We've got incidental storage vents here for heating and cooling for the rear passengers. Nice features. The cup holders there, that's a nice feature, I like that. And once again, two large cup holders here for your two passengers, or if you get the third passenger, obviously you're gonna have to put the cups in their lap because they're not gonna fit there. And yeah, overall, I'm pretty impressed. The LED lighting's nice, very comfortable. Excellent. Let's see what else we can find in the rear of the truck. So here we are at the back of the truck. So I know this does, oh, there we go. I've wanted to do that for a long time. So interesting feature on this specific model, the release, I believe this is on all of the limited trims, that there is a tailgate release right there. Obviously it's soft open, which is really nice. So that is a composite, which is nice. It will not dent. I mean, obviously you can still break it if you put anything too hard or too heavy or too fast on it. So I see a composite bed. I see nice lighting, LED lighting in there. I see all kinds of latch points where you can put on. This is a Toyota OEM, a tonneau cover that obviously we can, that's a trifold that we can put up and actually latch up next to the cab of the truck. So if you're using it closed, great, it's sealed, it's dry, and if you want to put it up and give you more usable cargo space, obviously that ties up next to the cab. So let's see, oh, that's surprising. Now, my dad has a 2018 1794, and it's a lovely truck, but his tailgate, I'm gonna guess, is 3 times harder to close than this one is. This is a really soft open and close. So drop it, it's got a hydraulic close, but it also has an assisted open, so that's a really nice feature. Really easy to close, that's pretty impressive. We got nice large backup lights, we got backup sonar. Obviously this is a truck, so it comes with the hitch receiver ready to go. All you need to do is put the stub in that goes with your appropriate trailer, whatever you're using. And again, nice LED light here on the tailgate, and there is the backup camera for this vehicle that you'll see up front, obviously. So I also see, what do we got here? So there's your conventional, how many point? 2, 4, 6. So that's a 6 point, and that is a conventional 4. So no matter what wiring harness you have on your trailer, you have both ends here available to use right out of the factory. So that's a nice feature. Tail lights are nice and big. Obviously, this looks like the same button as it is on the other side, but it does nothing. So obviously you can only open the tailgate from the driver's side. There you go. Okay, very good. So that's what I see from here. Obviously the gas door is on the driver's side of the vehicle, which is pretty common with most of our Toyota truck. Okay, so let's attempt to open the hood on this one and see what we can find. Okay, true Toyota fashion, there's a physical release there on the driver's side. Let's see if I can find this without embarrassing myself too much. Oh, there you go, that worked. So this is what I expected. That has a hydraulic open on this trim level, which is nice. Some of our other vehicles don't have it, and I was a little surprised by that, so that's a nice feature. What do I see here? I see a twin turbo V6. Actually, I don't know what I'm looking at. I know it's a twin turbo V6 because other people have told me and I've read all the stats. All I see is plastic, and a battery. So the things that I can easily identify, there's the horn. Surprisingly small for a truck this size. There is the reservoir for your washer fluid. There's the expansion tank for coolant. There's the dipstick for checking the motor oil there. Aside from that, again, I don't have any skills to tell you anything about this aside from I know it's a twin turbo V6. Noticeably better fuel economy than the previous version of this truck. Other truck, awesome reputation for reliability and durability. We're working on that same reputation here with this vehicle. The power out of this truck is fantastic with noticeably less displacement. Fuel economy is noticeably better with the previous generation as well, and it's quieter on the road. So far so good with this drivetrain. Yeah, I don't see anything else particular that draws my eye because again, once I look past that, I really don't know what goes under the hood of this thing aside from we bring it to the local Toyota store, we service it, and away we go. So overall, pretty impressed with the truck. I don't spend a lot of time with these. So I'm Randy at Kentville Toyota. Subscribe.